Kristen Nygaard. I have a guest chef today. We're getting ready to make Danish småkager. Oh, I think we have to look over there. Oh, no, right here. Okay. You can go to the store and buy the tin of Danish cookies, and they're just not good. Making them, you can do at home. First batch, which are the little round, they're called vanillekranse. The dough we made 2 days ago, and it's been in the refrigerator, and then overnight you take it out because you don't want it really ice cold, but a lot of these cookies are filled with a lot of butter. Just prepping everything because once we start rolling out the dough and getting the oven on, it's gonna really heat up our kitchen. And they're made in a meat grinder. A meat grinder?
No, yeah, but you can use a dough press.
But, oh yeah, you could use a dough press. But we'll show you here in a second. The dogs like to hang out, and you kind of push your finger down into this without chopping the tips off.
I like to show you the,
yeah.
You can see the vanilla beans,
Oh,
the black,
yeah.
little tiny black spot.
Right, here's a close-up of the meat grinder. And so literally what we do is I crank this, I push down with my left hand, which I can't. Oh gosh, let me get a fingertip. And she's coming over to kind of capture it. So we do long strands. Dog noses. Okay, move.
I need to just be sure my hands are nice, does this.
Move, dogs.
So, we do as much as we can, then like this, okay.
And then she says stop.
Stop.
And then we layer them out.
I'll put them always cool there. Beautiful. God, that come out
Right?
nice.
These recipes are old. They're from my mom's cookbook from her.
Yeah, I was born in 1950.
Uh-huh. I was born in 1984.
Yeah.
What? Not supposed to laugh. So the more that I massage this dough in here, the warmer it gets, and then it loses this definition. And you always got to try the dough, make sure that it tastes good.
You don't want the oven on yet.
No. So we make a bunch of these long, thin ropes. Then we go back and cut them. So if we haven't mentioned Andy, we love this table.
That's a beautiful
Table.
I can't remember the name of the wood.
Purple Heart.
Purple Heart.
I did have this angled, but she didn't like that because it was crooked. Anita would understand that.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
I know, look, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that sound.
That's a dishwasher.
So I'm taking off the little schmutz that comes off, the flarney that comes off of this.
I don't think very many people have this machine.
You know what though? I bet you'd be surprised.
KitchenAid.
Yeah, KitchenAid. You could have a little squeezer blobber.
Okay, but
Flarney that comes out the end.
But that goes too fast.
Now we're going to cut a clean edge on all of these pieces here.
On an angle.
On an angle, because you're going to cut pieces about that big and then put them together. And then to get the rest of the dough out, really cool trick, you could put a loaf of bread, not a loaf, a slice of bread, or just some of this parchment, and it will wind its way through because it's kind of this corkscrew thing, pushing out all the good dough, and then it obviously stops when it can't get through. But so here comes all the dough.
And here comes the
Parchment.
The parchment paper.
Clean. Woohoo!
What is that called? I mean, it's an auger.
Auger.
Auger. So here's all. This is part of the dough that we don't use.
That's it. Okay, it's snowing outside. And to keep the cookies or småkager cold, we have the window open and it's freezing.
And you don't need them to be exactly the same length.
Why is that?
Because they have to be handmade. They're not machine cuts.
So we're trying convection for the first time. Question is how long? Do I lower the heat? Every time I open the door to check on it, it's gonna let heat out. But as my mother just pointed out, it's not a souffle.
It's Danish cookies and they're very stable.
Oh my God.
That's fine.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Kind of
Look right here, Mom. Look right here. Come over here. Into the.
Okay.
Just come here. She had look. Ow! Fasekomel. Okay, and that means ow for a sack of flour. I'm not swearing in Danish. Hi. So next step before the cookies come out is to make an area for the cookies to dry on. And we don't use racks. We use newspaper. So you just kind of line newspaper around. And then you can get a paper bag, open it up, cut it, boom, ready to go. So I'm gonna get that ready. Just wanna show you what cutting on the bias.
I'll show you one where you don't cut it on the so this is square on both of them, and then you need to put them together, and you're holding it a lot longer, and you squeeze it.
It looks terrible.
And it's terrible. And here comes the angle like this, and they fit perfect on there. See the difference? And that's going to separate if you don't cut it on the
Yeah, look at it,
bias.
just separate. Terrible. So then we have
So
to
I'll
eat
just
that.
cut the end off here again. Now this is getting warm a little, so right on there, and see the difference.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's good. Hello.
I love smoke.
Baked the vanillekranse, and the first couple that came out, they're actually way on the bottom. Too dark. They're still okay, but this should be the color. And we're back. Danish småkager number 2. This is called brunekager, and everybody thinks they have ginger or what else? Molasses in it? No. This one my mom made a few days ago. There's English syrup, cloves, cinnamon, allspice.
And allspice.
Not too much cinnamon though.
No.
I didn't even think there was cinnamon.
Oh yeah, there is.
Are you sure?
Canadian. Oh yeah.
Anyway, this is made without the final 2 batches of flour, so it's super doughy and sticky. So we're going to knead in some flour. We just kind of take a big blob like that. That's too much flour. I think that's too much.
No.
My opinion is the less flour that you have. Oh, we're also over there. That would just be
the crispier they
the crispier they get. So we're trying to not put too much in. I don't think it needs. After a moment, it's almost like a thin pie dough, right? But not really. Too much flour,
Yeah.
in your hands. I was like, that's not us.
That's a dog.
That's the dog toy hedgehog.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
So this is, okay, that's not a good sound. What I'm seeing is that they're not quite, yeah, that's too thick. And I probably needed to put a little more flour underneath because it's not really moving. You're not moving. Okay, let's try it. It's the only thing we can do. A ruler with a crack in it and a pizza roller. Start on one edge.
So what forms are you going to make them?
Diamond.
Diamonds, yes.
And I just do slightly bigger than the width of this. Here we are like this. Then we got to go on a 45 to get the diamond shape. Diamond shape. And it goes on the sheet
It
pan.
looks like it's perfect, yes.
So we buy the almonds whole. They're cheaper to buy them whole, and then you put them into boiling water. Okay, and then we take them out and put them in an ice bath. Bloop.
To stop otherwise they get too cooked. You have the almond, the skin is all loose now, and you just go bloop.
With, oh, that was a good one.
That's what they grow out of. The little there you have. Then you have 2 halves.
So that's how we prep for part of the cookies. So we took the skin off, helved them, helved. So then you just go like this, in the middle. Bake at 325, 1 sheet pan at a time. So gorgeous. So 325, my recipe says, which takes to 12 minutes. They're gonna get oddly puffy for the first 4 or 5 minutes, and then they flatten out and they look really pasty at first, but then they should turn a beautiful medium brown. Good with a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna keep doing this.
Look at them all beautiful.
9 minutes, I think, right? And it's funny, when we've tasted one, it wasn't quite cool. It was a little kind of mealy, but Every year this happens, and you have to let them cool completely, go away, and come back later in a couple hours with a cup of coffee and then try one.
Ice cream or whatever.
Hello, welcome back. It's now evening. We've taken little mini breaks throughout the day, but we're still making the Dansk småkager to jul, which are Danish cookies for Christmas time. We're on our third variety, and it's called Finnish bread is the direct translation, but finskbrød, and it's kind of a sugar cookie. No, sorry. Like a shortbread.
Yeah.
This gets rolled out, no flour underneath. The final push. The final countdown. Sorry about that. So this has no egg. This is literally butter, sugar,
Not much sugar.
flour, and not much sugar. Oh, it's super hard. Could do is do a little bit of a knead to warm it up.
Yeah.
Let's try it. I mean, with shortbread, you don't really want to knead it, and it's been out of the refrigerator all day. I think that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna give it just a gentle knead. Even just my hands on this more, it's getting a little bit better.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, whoever heard of kneading shortbread? There's no way this thing was gonna roll out. It needs to be kneaded. Isn't that smart?
You need to knead it.
You need to knead it. Hang it. Okay. Gotta pay attention. It's gonna turn into dough, or it's gonna turn into bread. Or I could do that. You know how they do this with butter. Ooh, new technique. I think so. Okay, I'm gonna get this rolled out and then I'll show you the final. Quarter inch?
Yeah.
I don't think you want.
Yeah, I think that looks like pretty good.
Okay, we're back. The almonds, we showed you how to smoot. So she's doing the tough part.
As always.
I know. This gets rolled out to about half an inch. Is cut the shape, which is just about that long and then very thin. I don't know, 2 centimeters by 1 centimeter, something like that. And that's right, you cut them first, and we're not separating them because you want the blob to remain together. So, dough slices. So then you can see they're individual. Then we're gonna baste it. So egg wash, matla or almonds, and then a little coarse sugar. And then you individually pick them up off. Yeah, you pat it down.
Just a little.
So egg wash is on. This one has egg wash, almond, sugar, and you're literally just picking them up, gingerly putting them on the sheet pan. Well, maybe not. Look how small they get.
That's fine. Yeah.
Some people are going to get a giant one, and some are going to get a small one.
That's fine.
Oh, that's already cut?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I can't see the lines from my
the
standpoint.
cameraman just arrived. So, yeah. So you roll it out, then you make your cuts, and these cook 350. We are doing them on fan. Yeah, these are giant. Really, way too
You're
big.
doing them on fan?
Fan.
What's
and then
fan mean?
Fan means convection. And yes, so we lowered the temperature from 350 down to 304.
Which is what in English?
Yeah. This film is
know.
going to be half Danish and half English.
I told everyone.
Yeah.
Denglish.
English.
Yes. 340 on fan for 10 to 15 minutes. Again, vague. How is it vague when you bake? Anyway, interesting.
See how beautiful
Yeah,
this
that is. And look at the
Yeah.
houndstooth.
Yes. That was very difficult to make
Yeah.
that pattern there.
Yeah.
Very well done.
So the interesting thing is the Vanillekranse on fan did not work.
No.
The småkager on fan did work very well. All right, so we have the final product here, the finskbrød.